Hi guys! Today I thought I'd film a quick book related video because I haven't actually done a book video in a really long time. That is probably because I have been utterly rubbish in terms of reading over the past few months. So to get me back on track, I thought that I would do a bit of a book related video to re-inspire me and make me feel focused on my reading again. So very quickly, I thought that I would tell you what I'm reading just now. It is on my Kindle. Also, I'd like to draw attention to the fact, I just glanced in the screen there, I'm not naked. I am wearing a black vest. But just the way that my hair's sitting, it might look from certain angles as if I'm not wearing a top. I am wearing a top, don't worry. Anyway, at the moment I am reading on my Kindle The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. You can see it here. And I'm exactly, that's so weird, I'm exactly 50% of the way through this book. I've been reading it for a few days now and I absolutely love it. Lots of people have been raving about it and it was one of those ones that I thought, is it one of these overhyped things that's not going to be as good as people have said that it is? But so far I am absolutely loving it. I loved Gone Girl and I did that thing with Gone Girl where I didn't read it for ages after everyone else had read it and then read it in time for the film coming out. And I was like, why did I not read this sooner? It's so good. And this book has been compared quite a lot to Gone Girl. I've heard various people say if you liked Gone Girl, you'll like The Girl on the Train. And I'm really enjoying it. So that is what I am reading at the moment. Next on my Kindle, I have a book called The Lie by C.L. Taylor. Now, once I downloaded it, obviously I couldn't see the little preview to see what it was about because I bought this a few weeks ago and I can't remember exactly what it said on the back, but it sounded really exciting. So I've gone onto the Kindle store and I've opened up the bit that tells you what the book is about. So I'm just going to read you what it says on the back and I'm sure you will see why I decided to buy this. Sunday Times bestseller. This was no accident. Haunting, compelling, this psychological thriller will have you hooked. Perfect for fans of Gone Girl and Daughter. I know your name's not really Jane Hughes. Jane Hughes has a loving partner, a job in an animal sanctuary and a tiny cottage in rural Wales. She's happier than she's ever been, but her life is a lie. Jane Hughes does not really exist. 5 years earlier, Jane and her then best friends went on holiday, but what should have been the trip of a lifetime rapidly descended into a nightmare that claimed the lives of two of the women. Jane has tried to put the past behind her, but someone knows the truth about what happened. Someone who won't stop until they've destroyed Jane and everything she loves. So it sounds pretty exciting. It's a bestseller, it's got some really good reviews. That's about all I know about it at the moment, but since it's been recommended to fans of Gone Girl and I really like that, I did think that it would be something that I would enjoy. So that's it in terms of my Kindle. I've actually got a lot of unread books on my Kindle, but I'm just focusing in this video on things I'm going to read soon. Next, very quickly, I wanted to show you something beautiful that I just love. I bought this a few weeks ago and I've actually only read one of the stories in it so far and I'm really excited to read the rest of them. This is a graphic novel and this is Once Upon a Time Out of the Past. As you can see, it's a Once Upon a Time graphic novel. What could be better than a book inspired by my very favourite television show? I really do have to show you some of the illustrations in this because they are just like, they're unbelievably beautiful. So there are 4 stories in this book. I've actually only read so far the one focused on this guy. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone. But I have flicked through it to look at the illustration throughout the rest of it and they're just so beautiful. This is what it looks like when you take the sleeve off, which I really enjoy. I actually Instagrammed a photo of this, so if you follow me on Instagram, I'm at LynseyMac1 on there as well. If you follow me there, you might have seen this already, but can we just talk about how stunningly beautiful these are? They're like beautiful, pastel-y, watercolour-y, just dreams. They're just so lovely. Oh, I just love that. For anyone who is interested in this, by the way, it is by Marvel and I got it on Amazon, so I'm sure you can find it on there too. And last but not least, I have 2 books that Emma got me for my birthday. The first is a book that I'm really excited to read because it's by an author that I really love, and that is The First Phone Call from Heaven by Mitch Albom. I've actually only read 2 of his books so far. I've read The 5 People You Meet in Heaven and The Timekeeper, and I loved both of them. I thought they were both absolutely excellent. And so Emma picked this one up for me for my birthday. Not only am I excited about this because I love this genre and I love his style of writing, but I'm also excited because it says up here, Mitch Albom sees the magical in the ordinary, and that's from Cecilia Ahern, who is another of my favourite authors. So obviously this is a book that I am meant to read. I'll just do a little bit of a read of the back page for you. One last chance, what would you say? When the residents of a small town on Lake Michigan start receiving phone calls from the afterlife, they all become the subject of widespread attention. Is it the greatest miracle ever or a massive hoax? Sully Harding, a grief-stricken single father, is determined to find out. This is a story about the power of belief and a page turner that will touch your soul. So it sounds really lovely. I really like The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I think people sometimes avoid Mitch Albom's books because of the kind of religious aspect to them, and that's fair enough. If that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But putting that aside, just in terms of the storytelling that he does, I just think that he's a really good writer, and I've really enjoyed the books of his that I've read so far, so I think this is going to be a good one. And last but not least, this is a book that I had actually never heard of that Emma got me for my birthday, and I'm so glad she did because I think it's going to be lovely. Very sad, but really lovely. This is a book called Letters to Molina, or Molina, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm going to say Molina. By Franz Kafka. I really love Kafka. I read Metamorphosis, I studied it at uni, and I really enjoyed the book. I thought that it was incredible, and so knowing that, again, Emma, the ever wise friend, decided to pick this up for me because she thought that I would really enjoy it. Basically, this is a book of love letters that he wrote to a woman in his life. Again, I'll read you what it says in the back because I'm not that brilliant at describing these things. Kafka first made the acquaintance of Molina Jasenka, probably butchered that, but anyway, in 1920 when she was translating his early short prose into Czech, and the relationship quickly developed into a deep attachment. Such was his feeling for her that Kafka showed her his diaries, and in doing so laid bare his heart and his conscience. Molina, for her part, was passionate and intrepid, cool and intelligent in her decisions, but reckless when her emotions were involved. Kafka once described her as living her life so intensely down to such depths. If she did suffer and suffer through him, it was part of her great appetite for life. However, while at times Molina's genius for living gave Kafka new life, it ultimately exhausted him, and their relationship was to last little over 2 years. In 1924, Kafka died in a sanatorium near Vienna, and Molina died in Ravensbrück in 1944 at the hands of the Nazis, leaving these letters as a moving record of their relationship. Oh. And it's been edited by Willie Haas, and we've got a couple of quotes in the back. We have one from V.S. Pritchett that says, "In his letters we have a series of self-portraits, desperate and courageous, always eager and warm in feeling. The self is lit by fantasy and of course by drollery. His candour is of the kind that flies alongside him in the air. He was a marvellous letter writer." And I think it just sounds so lovely, and like obviously it's a very tragic end to the relationship, but I just think that it's going to be a beautiful and sad read. So I'm very excited to read this. So that's it for my current to be read pile. I hope that you have enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments down below what is on your current to be read pile or what you are reading at the moment. And do let me know if you've read any of the books on my list. I'd love to know what you thought of them. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you're having a great weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye! So I went out for dinner with some friends on Saturday night, and we ended up having like a really long conversation all about Pretty Little Liars, talking about the season finale from last season and what's been